This is gonna be one of the biggest and most nostalgic SpongeBob unboxings we have ever done. All three of these boxes contain what is for sure, the biggest SpongeBob collection I have ever purchased. This is someone's entire SpongeBob collection, and I paid probably the most that I've ever paid for a SpongeBob collection as well. I paid $600 for everything that you are gonna see in this video. I hope that it is gonna be worth it, but I have a great feeling that it is. The boxes don't even do it justice. There's so many items in there that this is gonna have to be a 3-part series. So we are gonna open up these boxes one at a time, one video at a time. Let's go ahead and get started with the first box here. We're trying to beat $600. And as we go through the items, we'll be price checking them to see their overall single product value, to see if we made out with more money than we put into this, which is the hope. So with any further ado, I'm excited as heck. Let's do it. Okay, so we have box number 1 here. We're gonna be popping this guy open, checking it out. Again, $600 the price to beat. I cannot wait. I started with this one because I, believe it or not, picked up this entire lot because I saw one item in particular. Everything else was awesome and I wanted to add that too, but there was one item that made me pull the trigger. So let's check it out. Let's pop it on open. So I'm gonna start off with the item that made me pick this up because I see it right here on the top. Oh my goodness. The nostalgia overload. Oh my gosh, man. You guys are seeing a shot of it right now. This is like light speed travel back in time. We have the Nick Candy Toun Pop Red Pack, the Nick Candy Toun Pop. So for those of you guys that don't know, Nick Candy is a featured line of candy products that Nickelodeon released back in the day. And one of the hardest items to locate is this guy right here. So you can see inside there you've got the SpongeBob figure. This is basically a popsicle that you could dunk in either this sour apple slime or this cherry powder. And man, do I tell you, they were so good. They're probably not as good now, but man, the packaging is unbelievable. This is such a hard product to find. I wouldn't be surprised if there's less than a handful left on the planet. So I'm so happy to be able to preserve this in the collection. As for pricing, we're gonna go ahead and put this one on hold for right now because I see another item that's going to blow your mind as well when you find out the price that this thing has gone for. And that is the Toun Pop. So this is the Nickelodeon Toun Pop, also from the Nick Candy line. 2004 green apple flavored SpongeBob. I have this one in the collection already, as well as the watermelon flavoring. But SpongeBob collecting as a whole has started to really flourish. I don't really know exactly why, but we've had a lot of items just explode in value. So getting collections like this is coming harder and harder as time goes on. When I started this channel, I could have gotten a collection this size for like 200 bucks. And now $600 is kind of a steal. It has gone crazy. We recently had this tub of ice cream, this freaking SpongeBob Briar's ice cream, sell for $500. I did a whole video talking about the craziness of the SpongeBob market on the Comfort Cartoons archive. But another item that is crazily blown up is this guy. There is a confirmed sale of the Toun Pop, this one selling for $170. $170. That is disgusting. Like, that's so unreasonable. As a collector and a fan, I personally kind of hope that things slow down a little bit because there's so many things that I want to get to archive in the collection and collect. I really couldn't care less what the values of a lot of these things are. I just want to have them in the collection. But it is good to know that what you're putting your money into is at least maintaining its value, and that's always great when it comes to collecting. But it's always a lot nicer if it could stay collectible, big, affordable. So the Nick Toun Pop candy, we're gonna go ahead. I can't with all this holy under the Neptune's used to be blue ocean, give this $170 on our price tag. We're gonna give it 100, which oh, even that feels gross, but unfortunately that's what the market has decided. So $100 is the value for the Toun Pop. We've already marked off 100 bucks. And when it comes to the slime dunk, I've seen the Toun Pop come up, I don't know, like it comes up 5-6 times a year. This is like once an era, once a decade. I've never seen it come up before. So I think that this is probably double, triple whatever the Toun Pop is worth, but I'm gonna go ahead and be safe and say $100. And I know if you're like a normie as far as SpongeBob collecting goes, or just somebody who watches this video just for the nostalgic giggles. You like that? The nostalgic giggles? I'm sorry for trying to tickle you through the screen. That was really bad. But it's crazy to think that these things could be worth that much money. But unfortunately, for me, trying to preserve the history of it, they can be. So we are at $200 in value with those two items alone. It looks like the rest of this stuff is not food, so the prices should be a little bit more reasonable. For whatever reason, the food collecting aspect of SpongeBob has been the market that's kind of gone the craziest. When it comes to the regular merchandise, still very reasonable as of right now. So I don't see anything else food related, but let's go ahead and check it out. What a start already though. I asked him to keep them safe because I knew those ones were gonna be easy to be damaged, and he put them inside of these. I love it. These SpongeBob Slippers. I had slippers like these. He didn't have the pajamas in the bottom like this, but they were these slippers. It looks like I'm gonna have to hit some Tide to Go to his eyes there. He's got a little boo-boo browns in his eyeball there, but I think with the Tide to Go stick I can get that out. It looks like maybe chocolate with the green label tag still on it, and even better than that, the card that the slippers actually had on them. And you can see that card is beautiful. The 2000s green label era look of that card is gorgeous. If I could make this the hood of my car, I would. That's so beautiful. 2004. What a good time. Absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna check the value of these items are gonna pop up on screen. There'll be some padding on the side here, separate from our $600 total. But I don't know all of these up top of my head, so we're just gonna go through it and it'll come up on screen for you guys. Okay, come on. Come on. No, that's so dope. We have room borders. Do you guys remember these room borders? Like every dentist and like pediatrician had these in the office. Like they were like Winnie the Pooh or Mickey Mouse or some kind of other childhood show that we liked, but also some of our parents did, so they didn't mind it being on the walls. But I feel like Winnie the Pooh is the one that I saw the most. Or Sesame Street was another one you saw a lot of. This is SpongeBob. I'm so excited I can't even speak. SpongeBob room borders. The room in the cavern here is not like sleek enough to put this on a wall anywhere because there's so many divots and openings from doors and like other collectibles in the room. But man, when I have the place to put these guys up, I will at least be putting one of them up because there's two and there's 12 feet of room bordering here. And it looks like it's Jellyfish Fields, like with them all actively on it. If we can find a shot of what these look like out of the packaging, like on a wall, we will put them on screen. It says 2003 room decor. Beautiful. Like, these are all new to the collection, guys. Next up here, we have this SpongeBob wristband. It's like one of those old school snap wristbands. I don't think I can lock it because of that. And then I love how it has the little Steven Hillenburg signature right here. Oh, that's a freaking flex right there. That is awesome. Green and white label. It has a really cool NICKELOD on the back of it, too. We have this SpongeBob cup. I might have this in my collection. I know for sure I have this in my collection. I have a lot of items. So, of course, anything that's a duplicate, you guys know how this goes. Anything in this haul that we end up getting, if it's SpongeBob, Nickelodeon, it is going into this collection or into our vault because I am truly trying to archive as many of the items from our childhood when it comes to these topics as I possibly can. So that way I could share them with you guys because a lot of times people get these items like this that are like hundreds of dollars plus and they go into a private collection and nobody ever sees them again. My goal with this collection is to not only archive all these items, but preserve them in a way to where anybody can come and appreciate it, whether they go on Instagram, check out these videos, but also create this virtual museum of a channel here where you can come and actively see these items whenever you want. But this guy right here, any duplicates that I get, I will be putting over on my Whatnot stream. So any of you guys that are over there will either be giving some stuff away or they'll be auctioned off on the Whatnot stream so you guys can add some stuff to your collection straight here from the cavern. And every single cent, every dollar we make there comes right back here to making these videos possible or bringing more items to that show possible. And we have some amazing stuff there, and I have no doubt by the end of this auction there is going to be some incredible stuff that people are going to be able to add to their collection from those Whatnot streams. So that link is down below, and when you sign up you get 15 bucks for free too. So the SpongeBob cup, I think I have this one in the collection, and we also have, I'm gonna have to clean all of these guys out. Some of the stuff is more clean than others. We also have Master Riz Bob. Look at his eyes. When a man's eyes are just resting in between the center of his eyes, you know he don't give a damn. You know, when somebody's eyes are doe-eyed, you know, completely wide open all the time, kind of like mine, you know they are super anxious. You know, they are super aware of everything happening. This guy, he don't give a damn. Good, bad. He's ready for it. The Riz Master Sponge with the glasses, slicking back the hair. I love it. Ooh, and then he got the lines for you too. Look at it. Valentine, you're looking fine. So you got SpongeBob with the Valentine's Day rose, and it still has SpongeBob shaped candy inside the packaging here. And this is from 2004 too, so this is like the perfect era this person's collection was in. Look at that, you can put to, from, and then look at the ingredients. It's got glucose syrup, dextrin, modified cornstarch. What's about cornstarch you gotta modify? Modified cornstarch, magnesium citrate, Arabic gum. This is too complicated of ingredients. You probably shouldn't be eating it, but you know what? Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine, looking fine. Okay. No, no, no. Yes! We have the SpongeBob Yo-Yo Ball green label, baby! Green friggin' label, baby! Look at that! Holy crap, we have the Jimmy Neutron one of these. Now we just need the Fairly Odd Parents one and we're freaking set, man. We have the SpongeBob and now the Jimmy Neutron Yo-Yo Ball. And now I'm also realizing that the Jimmy Neutron one is missing the Try Me, but it's okay. I already tried him. There we go, what a set right there. But damn, you can't lie, that freaking green label is gorgeous on there. And look at the kid in the back. He's got the coolest 90s outfit ever. He's got a hat backwards with a tuft of hair coming out that little front piece. Man, freaking peak coolness. It's got SpongeBob and Patrick on it, and it's kind of like mimicking like a bubble essentially. There's a little bit of dust inside the container, but I can probably get that out with my my air gun. We have a green label SpongeBob patch. This is also new to the collection, of course. That is so tough, man. This whole plate with a bunch of stuff. I use this plate in my house right now. Like I ate wiener schnitzel on this freaking plate yesterday. So a new one of these in the collection. They came in box sets, so my goal is to like ultimately have them in the box set complete. So when I get them used like this, I just love using them in my house. So since I already have this one though, I don't know, it might end up on our Whatnot stream. Started off at like $1, so if somebody wants to pick it up. But these plates are so fun to have in your house. But we also have some green label air fresheners here and some stickers, man. These freaking these like dollar bill SpongeBobs. These are goated. These are like so iconic. Who didn't have one of these dollar bill SpongeBobs? You have the playing card ones. I'll get you guys a shot of like all these stickers together. These are just clean. I don't know the value on those two. Again, those will probably be like $1 a piece or something like that when we add everything all together. Ooh, ooh. Oh man, this is rough. This is rough. This is a SpongeBob lunchbox, but it's really crusty. Like there's like a white foam that is over it. It looks like maybe got some water on it or something. It is really dirty, so we're gonna probably put no value on this one here. I'm gonna cover that kid's name, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go no value on that one. That one's pretty dirty. Like this is what I'm talking about, is stuff like this. Is this licensed? I have no clue what circumstance this was available at, but this is a SpongeBob fan. Like, you know the ones that you like spread out and you go, oh my lord. Well, maybe you don't say that, but you say something similar to that. Oh my Neptune. It's one of those fans, but I think it's licensed. Like, I don't know, like it looks too clean to not be licensed, but I've never seen that in my whole career. Yes, I consider this SpongeBob collecting thing a career, okay? My whole SpongeBob collecting career. Hey, yo, there they are. My pencils, I had these ones as a kid. The SpongeBob mechanical pencils. I remember them because they were the 2.0 lead. Yeah, that thick lead. You know, you had some kids that had the 0.5, the 1 lead. That stuff would just snap instantly. You always wanted to go with the 2.0 lead. That was the thickest of lead. But I love the design of this packaging. You have SpongeBob there in the bottom, green label, and you also have the speckled sand pencils. I love how with anything else this would have just been like glittered pencils. Because it's SpongeBob, they're sand pencils. Beautiful. There's another, okay, yeah, these aren't licensed. There's no way this is licensed. So I think these are unlicensed, these fans, but they're like vintage bootleg. The first one, it was passable, but that SpongeBob image, that is not licensed. I can assure you that. Watch me be wrong and these are licensed, but I'm seeing that, I'm pretty sure it's like a knockoff SpongeBob birthday set that came with this. Next up, we have Ants in the Pants, the complete Ants in the Pants SpongeBob edition. I have this in my collection. Oh, dude, it's never even been used. It's brand spanking new. I am also really good at Ants in the Pants, and there's no video online on this channel that can confirm anything different. But this is a brand new, I mean, it's open, but a brand new Ants in the Pants SpongeBob. And we'll also play a clip from that video so you guys can see what it looks like out of the box too. It's really cool. There we go. There we go. I told you I was the best. Now this I don't have in the collection. That is clean too. I actually have some of these figures and I never knew what they went to. This is a SpongeBob gift pack here. Oh, that is awesome. You got the Crusty crew and then Patrick there. This is green label. And what you can do is cut this diner out in the back there, and then the diner becomes the backdrop for SpongeBob and the rest of the gang there. That I do not have in the collection. This is green label. I have that Patrick and I have that SpongeBob in the collection, but I never was 100% sure where they came from. So seeing this product now kind of gives me an answer for a few things there. That is really clean. It does have a little damage on it, so it'll be a good placeholder copy since we don't have it in the collection at all. Next item, let's take a look here. I'm gonna save, oh, there's so many good items left here. Like this one, the Liquid Tunes. I have the SpongeBob one right here, but you can see this one just says Nick on it, and it's got like, you can see the packaging. This one's a little bigger, and it came from the Nick Activity line. I honestly think I like this one more because it has like the featuring Patrick right there with the animated version of him on the packaging, versus this one that doesn't have that featuring, little bit there, and it's not from the Nick Activities line. So this is, I would assume, the original one. Let me see here, 2003, 2004. So this is the original packaging for this. I didn't even know there was variations in this. So I gotta get the 2003 SpongeBob. That is awesome. Holy cow. And this is the Patrick one that I had as a kid too, so that is really cool to finally see the whole set here. Honestly, if I get another one of these somehow, I have to open one up just to have that nostalgia of just like squeezing it, stretching it out, slamming it against the wall. He was the original Stretch Armstrong. Indestructible. Next up here we have the SpongeBob original theme song there, original album there, that has the only 7 tracks on it. I honestly always thought this album was really small considering how many songs we'd already had by 2002. The disc is unused. The disc cover is really has a fun vibe to it too. Another, I wish this didn't get as crushed as it did. That's unfortunate. It's got really crushed and it's open, because this would be brand new to the collection too. I mean, I'll still keep it as a placeholder copy, but this is a SpongeBob First Aid Pocket Pals. So it comes with these, I mean, I can open it now, it's already open. It comes with these little pouches here that help you clean up and also cauterize a wound. Clean it with a little alcohol wipe there, and then also put a SpongeBob Band-Aid on it. I mean, just for the historic aspect of that with the glow-in-the-dark Band-Aids, this is really cool. It's just unfortunate, like I said, that it got so crushed. And now for one of the biggest tins we've ever been able to, oh man, this is way bigger than the pictures look, which isn't common. This massive SpongeBob tin. You guys know how much I love collecting the tins. This is a buttered popcorn SpongeBob tin, and it is still sealed. So the popcorn is still in here. It does not sound like there's popcorn in there. It sounds like there is one giant lump of a mass, but it actually but it smells like popcorn. And it doesn't even smell like bad popcorn. It doesn't even smell like old popcorn. It just smells like popcorn. How could a smell, scent is such an interesting thing. You ever notice that, you get a glow-in-the-dark toy and you put it in the light, you leave that thing inside the dark for a day, it's not gonna glow anymore. You get something wet, eventually it dries. Somehow a scent can last almost forever, One time when I was a kid, we had a possum that died underneath my house. We didn't know until it died. And we didn't know until somebody went down there to get it, but eventually that smell went away, because it eventually went away, and then we didn't find out until somebody went down there and found said possum. But eventually it went away because the environment was able to get to it. But when something's sealed away like this, that scent can last forever. This is from 2004, and if you put your nose to this little brim here, it still smells like buttered popcorn. All right, that's awesome. And look at the shelf status of this one. You got all the different faces of SpongeBob on it too. Definitely needs to be cleaned up. And I can see a little bit of tape residue on here, which tells me this was probably a Christmas present or a birthday present. 2005. Then next up here we have this awesome cup, and this came from Paramount Park. I have a blue variation of this that Limestone Picker sent us in. So this is the red variation. So that's a new one to the collection. Paramount Parks is no longer a thing from what I know. I don't think Paramount Parks is even a thing. If not, it definitely doesn't have any of the Nickelodeon collaborations that they once had. So this is a bygone era, and the only representation we have of that even being a thing is the merchandise that was around at that time. So this was probably one of those cups, you know, you pay way too much for, but you bought it because it's refillable and you could refill it as many times as you want, but you only drank it the one time and you never refilled it, so they just kind of robbed you. I'm speaking from experience. I don't know, you may have got your money's worth from it. And it's got the Rip Pants episode on there. And now for another grail item that you almost never see in the box seal. I have the Fry Cook grill set to go with this. So this is one I've always been looking out for, but I never thought I would get it in conjunction with all this other awesome stuff. That is the Krusty Krab cash register. And this comes from the green and white label era of the toys, which I always tell you guys is probably one of the rarest and most valuable eras of the SpongeBob toys, because it was at the maximum of quality but at the lowest in demand. So not as many people ended up keeping it and collecting it as a lot of the green label stuff. You get fortunate enough, a lot of people did collect that stuff, but it's very few and far between you find these items from the green and white label era. And it comes with some SpongeBob money, $5 bill. Definitely needs to be cleaned, but this is an official Krusty Krab cash register. And when you compare that to the modern day version, the quality on the plastic, the buttons, everything is just so much nicer. It feels so good. Like, I have no doubts you take this guy out, put some batteries in it, this is going to be working. And if I ever end up getting one out of the box, of course we will test this one, but we are gonna keep this guy brand new sealed. I do need to clean him up though a little bit. And then two games that I have not had in the collection complete like this. I have one in the collection, but this one is still sealed, unused at least, and that is for the Bikini Bottom Beach Party. So you have all the figures there in their beach outfits. I opened this one up, the one that I have, which I regret doing, but I'm glad now I have another copy to go in the collection. But not just this one, the one that I don't have in the collection is this one right here, the Wacky Race to the Krusty Krab. I have been on the lookout for this one for quite a while and always thought I would find it in the thrift store, but it's so hard to find it with the figure still in the window like that, and it's so hard to get it back in this shape. But those are both brand new games. And then there's this piece of paper on the bottom, which I only could imagine is a reference to this is the actual paper from the episode of SpongeBob Season 1. This is that paper, the iconic one. Alright, so that was box number 1. I don't know how close we got to that $600 total, but we still have 2 more boxes. Everything was $600, so we still have 2 more boxes to go through. This was part number 1. Stay tuned to part number 2. I'm not gonna add any of this stuff in the collection until we get all of it out, because some of this stuff is like, there's so many good things in this video that it is going to change the landscape of the collection in here. Some items will be getting replaced and some new items will be going in because of there's just so much in this stuff. So I won't be doing that till the end of part 3, but you guys know the total. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and also go check out our Patreon where you can get invited to our Discord, extended versions of these videos, early release, ad-free, and anybody that's signing up until the end of September is getting entered to win a free copy of the Patrick Star video game when it comes out, as well as another giveaway we're doing over there right now too. It also includes some behind the scenes content, updates about my personal life if you're in there. It's a lot of fun, so I recommend you check it out. And if you're not already, again, go check out the Whatnot stream where some of these items will inevitably end up for sure. If you're interested in anything, you guys let me know what's your favorite item in part 1. I'll see you in part 2. As always, Rep Pack, you know the drill. Scan it. Alright guys, I'll see you in this video over here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching this in the future, part 2 may already be out, so go check out the channel and see if you can find part 2. In fact, if it is out, I'll try to link it in the description. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube recommends it to you as well. But go check out part 2, part 3 if they're out already. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Adios and bloop!